We got Stevie back from school. Steve, why don't you tell us how college is going a little bit?
College is going fantastic. Not playing any hockey, which is a little disappointing, but other than that, you know, Montreal is a great city. Great to there's outdoor rinks all over the place, and so you know we get our fix in.
There you go. It's a shame. It's a bummer for everybody that you're not playing, but you know what? Sometimes you got to be a student. So, and
Sometimes.
I hear McGill's not an easy school to navigate, and it's a difficult school. So you got to really pay attention there. But so we're here today. Big matchup, big tilt today between two really good schools. Bedford finished up number 4. Memorial finished up number 5. These two teams played in the Christmas tournament. They also played in the regular season. Each team has won one of the games. So unfortunately for Bedford, Memorial took the Christmas tournament, which is a pretty good thing, you know, for the city teams. It's a big important thing. Bedford hasn't won that tournament.
Still
as you know.
Oh yeah.
So then they play the regular season, and Bedford really handled them in the regular season. You weren't at that game, but Bedford won that game I don't want to say handily. It was a good game, but going into the third, it was close. I think it was 2-2 or 3-2, and then they just sort of separated as the game wore on. But you know, certainly these two teams match up very, very well against each other. You know, we saw them in the Christmas tournament. So, what do you think? What do you think? A couple of the things that maybe Memorial needs to do today to really beat the Bulldogs?
Well, actually, for me, these teams are almost identical in the way that they're structured and the way that the way that you have the lines built on these two teams. And so what's going to come down to the difference makers today are going to be the depth of the two teams in terms of second and third line and goaltending. The play of the first lines is not going to be mutually exclusive of each other for Bedford and Memorial. If one of the lines plays well, then Memorial's line is going to play very well as well, or vice versa. If Bedford's first line plays well, plays poorly, it's probably because Memorial's line is playing poorly as well. So it's going to come down to the depth of the lines, whether Memorial's second line or Bedford's second line is going to get to those battles. Same thing with the third line. Which team is going to be able to outskate the other and keep that the momentum and be able to keep their stamina late into the second and third period. Also, it comes down to goaltending. Both of these goaltenders are like roller coasters. They've been up and down all season long. The things with them is you got to get to them early. Both Alec Lindbergh and Brendan McKenzie are going to be starting today for Bedford and Memorial respectively. So it's going to come down to which one of these goaltenders can not only have a short memory, but which one of them is going to be able to come up with big saves late in the game. And that comes down to stamina again and, you know, a clutch factor. And that's not something you can really teach. And so for me, if Bedford's going to win this game or Memorial is going to win this game, they need to make sure that their lines stay ready to go and deep late into the game in the long change second period and deep into the third period. And they need to make sure that they get to the other team's goalie quickly, whether that's with goals or just messing with them physically.
So I think you're absolutely right on track with that. You know, looking at the two teams, I would give the advantage to the Bulldogs for depth.
I would as well.
I think the depth on the Bulldogs team is really an advantage. They play 3 lines very consistently throughout the game, and they just keep rolling and rolling and rolling. And all 3 lines have talented players. So I would give the edge to the Bulldogs as far as depth goes. Offensively, defensively, I would also give the edge to the Bulldogs. Just they have a little bit more tenure. They're players a little bit older on defense. There are a couple more seniors there. I know that Memorial has some quality players back there, but they've been injured many times throughout the season. So they're coming back from injury and so on. However, I would give the advantage to Memorial in the goaltending aspect.
I would as well.
You know, Brandon McKenzie, I think you played with him a season.
I did, yeah.
Donato, your brother Donato played with him, and I coached him for a couple of seasons. A very good goalie. And, you know, I just give the advantage to him. He's an older player. He's been around. However, I say however, because you know what? Alec Lindbergh played in a very important semifinal game last year. He played in a playoff game the year before. He's played in many games. Maybe you know, as a junior and a starting goalie, he hasn't been in that game, unlike you were, you know, for the past couple of years. So I give the advantage to Memorial. However, you know, Alec could really step up here and play well. However, Memorial could steal this game with a good goaltending effort. So that's what it's going to come down to. Unfortunately, we can have the best 9 forwards out there and the best, 6 defensemen, and a goaltender could steal a game.
You know, like Don Sherry said, a goaltender can steal a game. He can steal a whole series. So
absolutely. So it should be it should make for a really exciting game today. But you know, we're gonna see in a few minutes. There's only a few minutes left in warm-ups. I'll tell you what, I got up really early this morning. I know you were still sleeping, but I
really didn't go to sleep last night. So
I did not sleep well at all, and not well in the sense that I had a difficult time sleeping. I was just really excited about this game. We hosted the whole hockey team over last night at our house for the Bedford program, and all the kids were over, a little get-together, a little pasta party. Some of the parents joined us to help out. And
you can tell this is a really unbiased calling of the game today.
I apologize, but you know what? It'll probably be all Bedford all day.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I'm really excited about this game. I was excited for when Stevie played in the playoffs. I'm really excited for when his little brother Donato's in the playoffs here. So I'm really excited. Up on top here with us just now, Tommy Huther joined us. He's a voice of, as well as helped me out a couple times. I think you remember Tommy, Stevie.
I do.
But so really exciting. Couple things before we get to the national anthem and the warm-ups and all. Warm-ups are over. I want to send a couple shout-outs. I got a couple people that have been emailing me all week.
Oh, God.
So thanks to Mike Courier and Castle Hill Sports. So we appreciate those guys for really bringing us this game live through live stream. So I want to send a shout-out to the Poitras family and the Gendron family watching this game live down in Florida. I think there's a Roberto family out there as well. To the Poitras and the Gendrons, thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. I talked to both your respective sons today who are in the stands with their wives watching the game. Your children, actually, let me restate that. Your grandchildren are really, really good kids. I had the fortune enough to coach both of them in youth hockey. They play with my son, Donato, for a long time. They're good kids. Now, your children, both Scott and Mark, anyway, those guys are good guys too, but I give them a little heck for it. But they were kind enough to remind me to get the link today and send it to them. So I'm glad you guys are joining us. Tell them I mentioned your name on the air. But we're excited to have everybody here with us. We're about a minute and a half away from warm-ups. This is going to be an exciting game, so stick around. We're going to have a national anthem in a few moments. And you want to give a quick prediction? I have a prediction. Do you want to give a prediction? Mike's always asked me for predictions. So you got a prediction for the game today?
Prediction 3-2 Bedford off of a goal. They're going to score the third goal late in the second period to win.
Wow, very good.
No third period goals for either team.
No third period goals. Okay. My prediction is Bedford's going to come out on fire, just out on fire, and they're going to take a quick 2-0 or 3-0 lead. And Memorial's just going to continue to grind and chip back into this game. But I believe that Bedford's going to prevail. I think it's going to be more of a 6-4 game.
Wow.
Kind of a higher scoring game. So I think there's going to be a lot of action. I think we're going to see a little bit more hits, more big collisions. It's playoff hockey, so you got to get ready for playoff hockey. So we will be back for first period action momentarily. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Well, play's just about to get underway here. Thanks for remaining with us here on live stream. We want to thank some of our folks from Manchester joining us through the telecast on the Manchester television program. So thanks for joining us a little bit. So both teams are going to head to their benches and get a little last-minute little shout out from the captains, and so on. And Bulldogs are taking care of that right now. Interesting group. Each team has, over the years, Stevie will attest to this, but each team over the years are just a unique group of kids. So each year is a little bit different. This team's a little bit different than they were last year, for that matter. I talked to Coach Marty yesterday. He tells me that this Bedford Bulldogs team's a pretty tight unit, very friendly, no issues, no challenges with the team. So it's a really good group of kids, as you can imagine. So I would think probably similarly over there across the way in the red jerseys from Memorial. So give you a little idea of what we got here. So on your right now, Bulldogs are in white in their home jerseys as the home team in fourth place. On the left is our Memorial Crusaders team from Manchester, finishing in fifth.
Make it sound like the States are lining up against the Soviets right now.
There you go. Well, we're looking for a really quick start, as I mentioned before the game, for the Bulldogs.
Great play there by Musgrave to keep it in.
And we're going to see how both teams just react here. Playoff hockey is playoff hockey, that's for sure. So I'm sure there's a little bit of nerves, and we're going to get a first icing call, and down the other end of the ice we go with that puck. So we'll keep you informed as far as some of the rules, if anything happens that's kind of unique in this game and so on. But get a quick shout out to our coaching staffs from both teams. Mark Putney, Stevie knows Coach Putney very well.
Oh yeah.
We
go way back.
Coach Putney and I coached Andrew, who's one of the seniors on the Memorial team, and my son Stevie up here with me. We were able to get to a national tournament together. Coach Putney was a huge coach in that event, that's for sure. So really exciting.
That was a great time too.
Yep, and so that was good. We know Coach Putney really well, and then in addition to that, Coach Marty Myers, a 3-time state champion Marty Myers with this Bedford Bulldogs team. So
to kind of discuss what's been going on in the game so far, you see those plays that Bedford's making at the blue line there, especially Matt Musgrave, keeping the puck in the zone, and that's going to come down. That's going to be huge later on in the game. When you're able to keep a team within their blue line like that, you're really able to tire them out if they can't break the puck out of the zone, and keep doing that early is going to be very important.
Oh, we're going to get an offsides. He didn't have quite control as he got over. Well, both teams quickly had an opportunity to change and get fresh legs on the ice. I think we're going to see the Bulldogs changing and rolling 3 lines as they typically do, and Memorial probably going to stay with 2 lines like they normally do. So the Bulldogs, if they can jump on them early, put a little pressure on them, we can see how they do, how both teams react. That's really what we're looking for.
Great pass by Donato Tempesta to Cam Blaisdell, who just can't get a handle on that puck there. That's kind of been a theme with this line. They kind of know where each other are, but they can never seem to finish the plays.
Well, this line's been a unique line all season. I know Steve's only caught a few of the games being away at college, but they've had a rotating player on this line. Injuries have really changed the dynamics a little bit of this line as well. So it's been a challenge.
Wow.
No call on that play. And that was Jake Gendron out there. One of his really good friends just clobbered Donato Tempesta in the corner, but no call.
You can kind of tell early on the refereeing side how this game's going to go. It's going to be a lot of nothing coming from the referees.
If they're going to let that go, absolutely agree. There's probably going to be everything let go. Yep. So we're going to see a pretty physical game, as I mentioned.
And you know what? Sometimes it's better to have games like that where nothing called as opposed to everything. It keeps the flow of the game a lot better. Allows the teams to really play hockey.
There you go. Well, quick shot on net. Brett Veyu, one of the captains here, tossing that puck, breaking out. Number 5, Zach Pelletier, looking for Andrew Putney, going very hard to the net. So as I stated, Memorial really going with 2 lines. This is their first line back out on the ice. So Matt Giroux out over the blue line, making a pass.
Great play there by Brett Veyu on Andrew Putney.
So up off the glass, trying to get that puck in deep, having some difficulty. That's Langley. Langley's a freshman from Memorial. Young man from Memorial, very good, talented young man, but freshman. So we'll see how he reacts to the play here. Again, changing the lines. Out comes the second line from Memorial. So as predicted, they're just rolling 2 lines pretty quickly. Oh, Putney trying to match up lines against Marty Myers here, trying to see how it all works out.
And it's tough, one of those upper level hockey things that if you're the home team, you get to decide which one of your lines goes out last. So even if Putney picks up on a matchup, Marty can play his games like he loves to so much.
Well, looking for a pass out front. Poor Roberto had gone a little bit too deep, and pass went out front. Didn't get a good chance at that play, but really effective, really effective.
Bedford getting physical early, which is really great to see.
Well, they've already been hit twice from behind into the boards, and no call has been made. So I think it's time to step up a little bit and play a little bit more physical.
It's understandable.
So that is for sure. Here comes Asa Parker, quick shot. Save, around, wrapping around.
Oh, wow, what a save by Braden McKenzie to get around on the post. That could have been a defenseman.
We may have to look at that replay here, Steve. Capture that on the replay here. That may have been one of the defensemen stopping in that play. So putting pressure on right now, the Bulldogs trying to get it out, and it does escape the defenseman at the blue line as it goes to neutral ice, looking for a quick breakout. Long pass. Griffin Gagne splits the D.
Oh.
Gets hooked.
Again, surprising no call from these referees.
So, no call right away here.
I think I missed the replay, by the way.
That's okay. You got too excited. I get it. So, Valancourt poking that puck deep out front with that pass. I'll tell you what, Putney and Burgess, 2 talented young men, and you really got to be careful with those 2 boys because they just know where each other is all the time.
Great play by defenseman Matt Giroux there, number 39, to be able to pick that puck up when it was loose out front. It's going to be interesting to see the dynamic with these really young, big, strong defensemen playing against these old, little bit shorter, but very talented veterans from Memorial.
Well, the Bulldogs as well are a pretty young team. So we have a number of sophomores, a couple of freshmen. But if we lose a little bit of air contact with you verbally, we're putting another headset on. So just stay with us. But everything seems to be going great right at the moment.
Can you hear me at all?
Yes, we can.
Oh, there we go. Third headset. No, my pleasure. Thanks for having us. So,
Tyler Gamble here will try to break that puck out. It'll get pulled by Memorial. Campbell, he's dealt with the play. He comes in the zone. It's a 3-on-2. Just can't get the puck to connect there on net.
a real aggressive defensive play by Brett Silver, keeping that puck in and ragging the puck around the net. Pelletier looking for a long breakout. Silva stealing that puck. Gamble looking to get the puck in deep.
Ooh.
Gets munched at the blue line. Big hit right there by Pelletier. And stepping in, Andrew Conley.
Got it. Thank you.
Gamble to Tempesta looking out front for a pass.
Wow,
Gamble, what a pass!
Oh,
Oh, just couldn't feed it to him. It went off his just
tough play by Gamble.
Out front
Another
again.
pass out front.
falling and
couldn't
slipping.
get it.
Oh boy. Who knows what
What a
happened
play
right
there.
there, but what a play.
Tough by Gamble. Just, I don't think he was expecting that pass. He wasn't really ready to get a shot off. Bedford down on the defensive.
Well, this is a good matchup right here for the Bulldogs. Keeping it in right there. Johnson unable to do so. Tempesta chips it out. There goes Brett Veyu. 1-on-4. I think he's got it. Shot on net. Just wide. Well, joining us now, thanks for station manager bringing down another headset, Tommy Huther. Hey, Tommy, how's it going?
Thanks for letting me tag along, boys. I appreciate it.
No problem. No problem. He joined us up here, and then we didn't have a headset for him, so he jumped in a little bit later. So thanks for coming.
Appreciate it.
Real interesting to see the crowd dynamics here, too. You got a lot of, a pretty equal number in fans from both Memorial and Bedford, which is nice for a 12 p.m. game on a Saturday.
I'll tell you, this time is not a great time for high school athletes, to be honest with you.
Never mind playoff sports in general.
You know, it's tough. I'm not sure what's going on here, but there must be something happening at St. Anselm's College, or otherwise it'd be a little bit later. So we're at the mercy of the college, which is totally fine. The facility here is great, so we take this noon game and we're happy with it. So it's really good. But
Make sure the players aren't too tired from the day. So you can take one good out of it.
and stepping into the play right here, Alex Abad wide, nice pass out there to Roberto.
It was shaking off Roberto's stick there, but Bedford will keep it in the zone.
Nate John helping out.
Oh, with his
Loving
big
that puck
reach,
down.
able to get it down.
Roberto Rio trying to get out front. Roberto challenging the play, keeping it in.
Great
It's gonna be
play.
a hand pass. Yep, and they wave it.
Tough
wave it
call.
out. That was a hand pass right there at the blue line. So we're going to set up here in the neutral zone. Actually, a play's going to go all the way down to our right, the left side of our goaltender. So Tommy, thanks for joining us. Tell us, your thoughts on the game today. I know you've watched a few of these games. What do you think about this game? We got 8:07 left in the first period.
We're just a little bit tentative right now. Bedford's had a few chances. A little surprised we didn't get that call, the hooking call there.
I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
Playoff hockey, usually there's not too many calls being made.
No, it's it makes sense that both teams are being a little tentative, though. Even though you do have a couple of the older guys, especially with the captains, Putney, Veyu,
Sure.
Connolly, those guys. You got a lot of young players on both teams, and a lot of guys, even the older players, without any playoff experience. And so it makes sense that a lot of these guys are, afraid to take too many chances early.
Well,
But
so far,
they'll come.
So far, it's 7:51 left in the first period. It's been a very entertaining game. I expected a little bit more out of the Bulldogs, but as far as scoring goes. But it's been a very good game. Nice job. Quick shot, release in the crowd, backhander.
Oh,
Another
and it's
save.
another rebound. Just can't get it up.
Shot from wide.
Just high.
Matt Giroux jumping in the play. Wisely stays back at his post right there.
It's been a theme with the Bulldog defenders, though, not able to really hit the net. Oh, rebound out front.
Couldn't quite get
Can he
there.
stuff it? Oh.
Well, the Bulldogs in the past 3 minutes have been all over Memorial, and it's very challenging for this Memorial team right at the moment.
The thing that makes me scared is if the Bulldogs keep the pressure on and they're not able to get anything fruitful out of this period, that Memorial is going to come out on fire next period and catch them on their heels. So I really would like to see the Bulldogs kind of make something happen with all this pressure shortly.
Ooh, a bouncy puck right there. Thankfully, that went wide of the net because that last bounce could have done some damage.
I have had that happen more than once to me in the playoffs. If I remember a few years back, in my junior year against we were
a
playing
few years
Spalding.
back.
Yeah, just a few years back. The good old days. We were playing Spalding my junior year in the semifinals in Exeter, and early in the game, puck came in and bounced like that, and I had to make a diving blocker save just to keep it out.
I think you brought up a good point with them being in front of the net and putting so much pressure on, they just got to be careful not to be out of position, out of transition.
You know, I think they're so aggressive in front of the net. I agree with you, Tommy. So we got to be careful. The D can't jump in the play all the time. So keeping that play in.
And it'll be interesting to see how Putney's team will counter here, because while they can be a counterattack team, they haven't always been.
No, that's not for sure. So back in this play, Brett Silva first on the puck, chips it out. Blaisdell looking for his teammates. Out to Tempesta. Gamble, big hit right there.
Trying to get some momentum back here.
Langley taking a little bit of a punishment right there. Stepping in the play. Just can't find the handle on that puck right there.
It's tough, both teams. This puck is really bouncing. I wonder if they're keeping it on ice in there in the box.
Who knows?
Tempesta will break that out.
Nice little chip play off the
Foot
glass.
race with Gamble and Sedler from Memorial.
Real nice play.
They'll be tied up.
Battling behind the net, totally fine. Nice play with the puck putting a stick in the passing lane.
Bedford really getting a lot of time behind the net here too with this.
Looking for a shot. Musgrave opts to pass that puck instead of taking a shot. Thought it was a good play.
I think he's recognizing what I'm recognizing, that Memorial is just parking the bus in front of their net and really trying to block every single shot. And what that's going to do is create a lot of foot rebounds out front from pucks hitting defenders, and it's going to catch Brendan McKenzie off guard. Not to his fault either.
No, not at all. I couldn't agree more. So 5:31 left in the first period. Both teams playing hard. I would say throughout this period, advantage Bulldogs really getting more opportunities, just can't finish. It's been the story of this team in the entire year. Zach Pelletier down the left wing, looking for someone out front. Behind the net, still carrying the puck. Back to the D. Poitras with a shot. Managed to losing his stick and lost his stick. I'm not sure it was bodies in front of the net. I don't know how he lost his stick, but
I think a Memorial guy might have run by and hit it on accident. Just not looking or being pushed by one of the big Bedford guys.
Very true. Well, as I mentioned earlier, you have number 8 here from Memorial playing D, Jake Poitras, a very good hockey player. Played with my son for a number of years. Not a true defenseman.
Correct.
Forward, converted up to D right now. Just shows you the depth of the defensive core there at Memorial, just not as strong as it could be. And Jake would be really effective at forward. So we'll see how this works out. Burgess. Shot deflected nicely wide by Valancourt. Big hit in the corner. Nate John putting a body. Back to the D. Langley throwing it in deep. Pelletier again pushing it deep behind the goal line. And Bulldogs looking to break out, chipping it out to the neutral zone. Poitras.
I'd like to see the Bulldogs even carry that a little bit more. I think, as pointed out earlier, they're tentative and they're kind of throwing the puck around a little bit when they could be holding it, kind of making plays, which they're not doing. And I think that's why you're seeing a lot of pressure, but not a lot of creativity.
Quick pass.
We're much faster skaters, and we should carry the puck a little bit more. Good observation.
Nice play at the blue line. Matt Giroux over to Nate John. That was just a real good visual right there by Asa Parker. You know, you can't teach that stuff. you attempt to tell kids to really, Donato looking out front.
Oh my!
What a save! And he goal right there. Big goal right there.
What a beauty! You know, just talking about that presence that you were just mentioning with Asa Parker. You see it right there with Donato Tempesta. He gets the defenseman to bite and then is able to slide that pass through to Gamble. And to Brandon McKenzie's credit, makes an unbelievable save at first. And, there's nothing you can do when you're down, you're sprawled out.
What a great finish right there by Tyler Gamble. Managed to get the shot off. And to his credit, Brandon McKenzie, what an incredible save.
2 saves in a row. He makes the first save, makes a sprawling glove save, and, Bedford finally able to put it in. But this period, this next 2 or 3 shifts are going to be critical because now Memorial, they're backed up against the wall, and this is really where they come out and make plays happen. You don't want to let them score now because not only will they tie the game up, they'll take the momentum back.
Big hit right there. Blaisdell taking advantage of the no calls out here by the referees, which has been beneficial because that really was a penalty. But you know what? Memorial's taking their chances as well. I think both teams are pushing the envelope physically to see what they can get away with physically, which is playoff hockey. It's totally fine. I think these referees are.
Looks like there'll be a tripping call against Bedford. And I was actually, ironically, I was just about to mention it's going to be crucial to see which team goes on the power play first, because Memorial, with their absolutely loaded first line, is going to have an unbelievable power play. And while Bedford hasn't always had the most efficient power play, their power play can be very effective.
Absolutely.
And this is going to be a huge opportunity for Alec Lindbergh to not only get himself really in the game here and make sure he's focused, but it's going to be huge to see if Bedford will hold off Memorial or how tight this game's really going to be.
So Memorial opting to go with 5 forwards. Actually, yeah, they have 5 forwards on the ice. Truthfully,
Yep.
Jake Poitras playing in the defensive role, but he's really a forward by trade. So you have 5 forwards out there. Bryce Jacobs also on Plan D. They're setting up with Burgess at the top of the umbrella, Jacobs at the wing, and Poitras the opposite wing. Below the net is Pelletier, and out front, Andrew Putney.
For any of our viewers right now that happen to watch the NHL, this is something the Chicago Blackhawks happen to do. While it's the NHL and they have a lot of depth, they run 5 forwards on their second power play, including some of the best players in the league, and that is what makes their power play one of the best.
Well, you know what? No harm in that. You know, you might as well get your best scores out here. You're down 1-0, 2:38 left, and you're on a power play. I happen to like this move from Memorial. Put out their 5 best guys and see if they can grab a goal here. Deservedly, you know, if they can get one,
that comes
capitalize.
That goes to show, you know, how well both these teams are coached and well. Wow, unbelievable save by Alec Lindbergh.
Off the post.
Wow, Memorial just can't finish. Number 25 there for Bedford, who we don't even have a 25. Number 26, Brett Silva.
Oh,
just wide. Number 26 there, Brett Silva, laying out, making the player from Memorial hit the post. That is absolutely crucial to how this game is going to play out.
It's going to be an offsides play here.
Bedford able to bring the pressure right back, too. I don't even remember what I was saying.
No, you're too excited. I'll tell you what, that was an unbelievable play. What happened there is Brett Silva lays out, makes the save as Lindbergh had made the first save.
Yeah.
But the forward stick got caught between his legs and not letting it go. Putney tried to go to the corner and get the puck, and he wouldn't let it go.
Which is smart play by Lindbergh.
That was Brett Silva, which was a really smart play.
Just side to side very well. Pretty impressed.
What I was saying before, it goes to show you how well both of these teams are coached, and it's been tough for them the past couple of years, not having the depth to pull from. This year's, especially for Marty, having a strong team but young, and Putney just having not a huge group to pull from. But these teams are able to perform year in and year out, and a lot of that has to do with how fantastic both these coaches are. And I've played for both of them, and I've won championships with both of them, so I really know.
Well, we're still on the penalty for another power play kill here for 20 seconds. Ragging the puck, Langley behind the net. Jake Rio.
And while this may look like a very aggressive penalty kill for Marty Myers, it's actually not. One of the things that he loved to do when we had some really older, quick guys. Wow.
We're going to get a penalty here on Brendan Johnson, number 2, going in the box for, call it tripping, a little leg check, a little slew foot of some sort. So 1:21 remaining in the first period. What a change in plan right here. Power play for the Bulldogs.
Quick transition.
In 5 seconds, they're going to have 1:55 on a power play. So if they don't score here, they'll start the second period with a little bit of a power play. So 4-on-4, and it's going to be over. 5-on-4 Bulldogs now. And the Crusaders are going to have to defend.
Now this is huge for Memorial. Down 1-0, losing a little bit of energy here late in the period. Not able to score in that last opportunity. Bedford could really just take the wind out of Memorial sails here by getting a quick one right before the end of this period.
I think this is where Bedford's speed and depth takes over.
I think you're right, Tommy. Brett Veyu with the puck. Up top to Matt Giroux, over. Looking for Asa Parker. Asa Parker gives it back to Matt Giroux.
Asa Parker slipping there at the blue line, almost not able to keep that puck in.
And here he comes. Going to take a quick wrist shot into the ankles of Pelletier. Battling behind the net. And here comes Giroux, losing the puck. I think he got tied up there with Jacob Rio coming onto the ice. I thought he was going to take that play, but no such luck. Rio, 20 seconds remaining. We're looking for a shot.
I'm surprised Asa Parker really hasn't tested much. And there he goes. And, you know, like I was saying before, Memorial just getting everybody out front of their goaltender blocking shots. And, it's not about losing faith in your goaltender. It's about really laying everything down for your team. And they do a great job of keeping Brandon McKenzie, not tired going through the game because they block so many shots.
All right, so we'll get a quick recap here. Come on over here with us, Tommy. So a quick recap here in the first period. First period ends, Bulldogs up 1-0. We apologize for some of the noise that we're getting here. I've heard it's a resolution in the building here with the Wi-Fi, so it has nothing to do with the equipment or us or anything we're doing wrong, so we apologize for that. But we have 39 seconds remaining on the power play, and the Bulldogs are going to step out in the second period up 1-0. They had a really nice defended that penalty kill at the end of the first period. But I'll give both you guys a shot here. Tommy, why don't you go ahead first? What are your thoughts on how the Bulldogs played in the first period? And what are your thoughts on Memorial? How did they play?
Bulldogs tentative at first, but their speed opened up a lot of opportunity for them, which caught Memorial.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I can hear you now.
But their speed, Bedford's speed caught Memorial off guard, even on the power play.
Okay.
Memorial, I don't think, expected Bedford to be that way.
Right.
I think Memorial was playing a little more tentative, but basically because of Bedford, how the depth of Bedford and the speed of Bedford is controlling the game.
Okay. Stevie, what are your thoughts?
I see this as a Mark Putney patented play, kind of going into the second and third period. And I've seen this before, and I've played this game with him. Going into a game where he knows that the teams are pretty even, but the other team he's playing is faster, stronger, a little bit more talented, whatever it is. And I think that's what he sees. He's letting that team come at him, and he's just playing defensive hockey. This is something that Memorial has done in years past when they've been playing against teams that they think are a little bit better than them. For instance, when they played Pinkerton in the championship in years past, what they like to do, they let a team come at them, and they just let them throw everything at them until they get tired. And then they wait for breaks. They wait for the defense to crack. They wait for something to happen, and then they just capitalize. Quickly, efficiently, they go right for the jugular, and I see Memorial doing that right now. They're trying to wear Bedford out and get a read on them.
Well, I agree. Fortunately, I agree totally, because you saw it where the Bulldogs had a little bit breakdown, and you saw them sending two guys, try to get it 2-on-1s and quick counterattacks, and I think that's what's going to help them. My belief is that this first period has already worn down their first two lines.
I agree.
Because they put them out on the power play. Then they put the next group on the power play, and then the penalty kill, they put the same guys back on the ice. So they're already tired.
Yep.
And the Bulldogs are just running three lines. Just keep going at them. So the second period is going to be much of the same for the Bulldogs. You're going to see the three lines. You're going to see a difference if there's a penalty kill or a power play, obviously, because you're going to want your better guys out there, your stronger, older players, and so on. But as far as this goes, I think that entire first period, while it's only 1-0, it could have easily been 4-0.
And it'll be much more important going on later in the game for how this period played out for the Bulldogs.
I agree.
Memorial's lucky it's not 3 or 4.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
And Brandon McKenzie made a couple of outstanding saves.
Absolutely.
And defensively, they're making stops in front of the net. So we'll take a quick short break from the broadcast. We'll let you guys get up, get a sandwich, get a soda, whatever your beverage of choice is, and come back for second period. Stay tuned, because this game is going to continue to be a really, really good game. This will be one of these instant classics we'll have to play time and time on BCTV. This will be really exciting. So 1-0 at the end of the first in favor of the Bulldogs. We'll be right back. Their student fan section is pretty big as well. There's a lot of people here.
It reminds me of the days when we used to play huge games here at St. A's against Goffstown and Merrimack, big crosstown rivalries. And at the end of the season, we'd always fill St. A's, and it gets loud in here, and it's a fun atmosphere to be a part of.
Well, it sure is. Well, 15 seconds remain here on a power play. We're looking for a shot here from Alex Abad at the top. Quick wrist shot. Deflected again. Stopped. Matt Giroux stealing that puck, looking for another shot. Wrist shot just wide of the net. We're going to get one more chance here before the penalty's over. Shot. Stopping that puck is Langley again.
We're going to be even here.
All even. 5-on-5. Trying to come out of the zone was Putney. Stopped.
Now they'll do so.
And Johnson with a nifty
Brendan
move.
Johnson with a great play there, the blue line. And a great shot block by Bedford.
Matt Giroux
playing Memorial's game right now.
Stopping that shot, trying to get the puck out. Jay Roberto. It's a Brett Veyu battling on the boards. Off to the D. Matt Giroux icing the puck. I think what they're looking for is a little stop in the play right there, just to.
I think so too.
Long power play. They had a little bit of time left there. Got a couple shots off. Nothing really reaching the net. So I think you're right, Stevie. They're really Memorial is courageously staying in front of those pucks and stopping as many as they can before the puck gets to their goaltender. Now again, we're going to see an icing call.
You know, with the second period especially, you got a long change because the goalies switch ends. And so in order for the teams to change, they got to go almost an entire zone longer to get to their bench. And so you see a lot more icings, a lot more breakaways in the second period. And that's going to be an interesting dynamic with both of these teams that have two top lines that I said before whose play is not going to be mutually exclusive, but which one of them is going to catch a nice bounce, you know, sometime in this period and get a real great chance on a breakaway.
Well, Gendron just lofting that puck in. I think Memorial's going to try to take a little bit to the Bulldogs here and try to get pucks in deep and challenge aggressively. Griffin Cagney with a steal at the blue line on Pelletier.
Wow, what a save by Brandon McKenzie.
Beautifully defended in goal right there by McKenzie, making the forward go wide of the net. Gagne unable to roof that puck. What a play by McKenzie.
And, you know, one of the best parts about that whole play is there's a lot of chances where you get a skilled guy like that coming down on you on a breakaway, and it's not necessarily about making the save. It's about making the forward think you're going to make the first move, and then you make him go wide. You don't even have to deal with the shot in the first place. And you saw Brandon McKenzie come out and challenge him there on the replay. I'm sure Mike will play it. And he came out, he challenged him, and then he followed him right to the side. He didn't bite on the forward's head faking. So great job to Brandon McKenzie for allowing himself to not even have to make a save.
Bryce Jacobs looking for a shot. We're going to get a penalty right now. Brett Silva going in the box for a hooking call. The right call. He had a scoring opportunity, so you got to make that call right there. So Bulldogs are going to go down shorthanded again.
Now, as a former goalie, what would you do if someone's coming in at you one-on-one?
On a breakaway.
What would you make him commit to do?
For me, my favorite thing was to make a guy go high glove side, because with your blocker side, you got your stick there, and there's a lot in the way going on. But if you show a guy glove side, but you come out and you challenge him, you show him a little bit of the corner, he'll go high every time. And I used to play against a kid from Merrimack. His name was Connor Powell, fantastic hockey player, and he was fast and very talented, and he used to get breakaways on me all the time. And so what I would do is I would come out and I would challenge him, and I'd show him glove side, and he never bit on that move, but he would then try to go blocker thinking it was there, and he'd put it right into my shoulder every time.
Well, we just saw our stick just get absolutely shattered in three places in the corner. It must have got stuck in the boards or between a couple players. Quick shot, just wide, defense off the crossbar.
Just missed.
Big play. Really, Memorial really good on this power play.
I don't think Alec Lindbergh saw that pass coming at all, because he was not over ready to make that save. That net was wide open. Had Memorial been able to put that in, there was nothing there to stop that puck.
Brendan Johnson in the corner, hard against Valancourt, trying to get that puck out. Jay Roberto. Again, Valancourt icing. Stopped at the blue line by Putney.
He's going to have to change because of that one. That looked like it hurt.
Well, here comes the Crusaders one more time. Bryce Jacobs deep in the corner, controlling the puck. Stolen. Pelletier with a new stick.
Oh, great play there out front by that Bedford defenseman. Just clearing that out, helping his goaltender.
Jacob Rio actually with the play, looking to ice the puck, and he does. 22 seconds remain. Boy, this power play from the Memorial team is really effective at the moment.
And, you know, like I said at the end of last period, I was afraid that Bedford, you know, put Memorial backs against the wall and that Memorial was going to come out on fire this period, and they gave them the opportunity to do so by going out on a penalty quick. And Memorial, while down in goal, has taken a lot of momentum back just from this play alone, and they're very dangerous right now.
Well, we got 5-on-5 as Brett Silva comes back in the action. Nice steal right there by Alex Abad.
Great pass!
Quick pass.
Oh, and he just can't collect the rebound.
Defended very nicely right there by Burgess. What a defensive play to not allow a really clean shot by Nate John.
Memorial's just been, while they've been giving up the space, they're not letting Bedford players have the time. And,
Alex Abad throwing that puck back in the corner. Out front, again kicked wide by Brendan Johnson. Here comes the Crusaders, a 2-on-2.
Great play. Alec Lindbergh able to seal that post off. Surprising no high stick on that. I'm sure the ref saw a different angle than we did. Looked like a little bit of a high stick.
There's been an awful lot of no whistles in this game as that shattered stick still remains in the corner. So it's been about 4 minutes of just no whistles.
Which, again, you know, could be very beneficial to Bedford.
Quick break here. Here comes Asa Parker. Langley trying to make a play on him and does very effectively. A lot of bodies out there from from the Bulldogs. Defended nicely at the blue line. Putney trying to come in. Tempesta defends him nicely.
Just can't connect to
just
that pass.
wide. Couldn't quite
Tough.
reach that play. Going to have an
Shot, though.
icing call. So,
You know, that to me comes with young, talented players. You see guys who have the awareness to make that pass, little young, little undisciplined to actually connect to it. And it'll be interesting to see how these players develop in the playoffs because guys really step up in playoff times. And, you know, you see that pass connect in the third period and send a guy to go score a game-winning goal.
absolutely. Well, I would say after the power play of the Bulldogs, it's been all Memorial in the second period. Really came out firing. I think you were right on the money with that, Steve, in your early prediction.
Memorial's relying a lot on that first line.
Well, that's what they do. That's all they have.
Yeah,
you know.
really.
I mean, they have their
Very,
second
very
line
talented.
is excellent too. I don't want to tell you they're not good, but they're very good. But just that first line is just so powerful.
Yeah.
You have to, you know, if you're coaching that team, I'd rely on them too.
Yeah. They are one of, if not the, I think, best first line in the state. And the tough thing for them is, you know, they didn't have a stacked team, you know, like Bedford did last year
Right.
to back that line up if they ever got tired or injured or penalized. So credit to Memorial for being able to do what they have this whole season when
Well-
really heavily skating on that first line.
Well, this second line here, very good line. Cam Blaisdell just trying to fire
Oh,
a pass
wow.
out front. Tempesta knocked in the net.
Hey, it looks like that one's.
No goal.
Oh,
We're gonna
there
get a
it
goal.
is.
You know what? We're going to get that
think
call.
that's gonna be waved off.
I think that's going to get waved off as well. Although it was just an absolute scrum in front of that net. I have a feeling that two refs are going to come over here to the semicircle and wave that call off,
You know-
mostly because the net was off the moorings.
The
However,
thing-
go
the
ahead,
thing
Steve.
with that was, I have had this happen to me before. If the net is off, but the referee does not notice that the net is off when the goal goes in, they don't have the authority to call the goal, or they do have the authority, excuse me. They tend to not call the goal off because they don't know if it was kicked off in the saving
They are not
process while the
waving it
goal was
off.
going in.
Wow.
So they're not going to wave it off. And this has happened to me before, and I have said some not nice things to referees about not calling it off.
I don't. So have I up here in the stands.
I believe Cameron Blaisdell scored that goal, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not
No,
sure.
Donato
But
was in the net. Donato had slid into the net trying to make that play, and I
Well-
think it was Cam Blaisdell, but it could have been.
I think it came out to Brett Silva, quite honestly.
It could
I
have been
think
Brett
it might have
Silva.
been Silva.
it could have been any of those guys with a 20-something on their back. I couldn't really tell.
But in the net definitely was number 2, Donato Tempesta. So
Who happened-
your
who did
brother,
slide the net
your
off.
brother, my son,
Oh.
in the back of the net, shoved to the back of the net, no less. But a real nice play, a real effective play here by the Bulldogs to get another goal. We're going to get a charging call here. Jake Rio's going to head to the penalty box, so a little bit of a late hit there. We'll get to that in a second. Tommy, 2-0 Bulldogs. You know, 8:18 remaining. We're going to go shorthanded here, but 2-0, a real nice goal. What is that? Does that change the momentum in favor of the Bulldogs after being outplayed this whole period?
I think it does because Memorial's energy has surpassed Bedford's energy so far in the second period. But because Memorial is so aggressive and has been so aggressive, Bedford took a couple opportunities, had some great scoring opportunities, and there was one right there.
You know, like I was talking about before, Memorial blocked a lot of shots on that play before having to try and make Brandon McKenzie make a save, and it came against them there.
Nice pass. Asa Pucker walking in.
Oh, what a save by Brandon McKenzie.
Short-handed effort right there. Brett Silva keeping that puck in.
Now, Brandon McKenzie, fantastic goalie. When there's no one screening him, he's able to make brilliant saves like that. But Memorial had blocked 3 shots right before that goal happened, and that's going to catch McKenzie out of position.
2-on-0 right here, looking for a shot.
What
on
a
net.
save again
Wow.
by Brandon
That's a
McKenzie.
great save.
The kid is unbelievable. He can give up. They're down 2-0, and he had just given up a goal, and it's like nothing even happened. It's like the game's still 0-0 for him.
I think you're seeing right now in the past 2 minutes, I think you're seeing how tired Memorial's getting.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're right, Tommy. I think the speed is there. That goal scored by Bedford, you know, that line, that was the first shift that they hit in the second period. So it's just a shift coming out. It's the third line, you know, whatever you want to call them, second line, third line is really 2A and 2B. But, you know, they was their first shift, so it had some energy.
I'm glad to see that the refs are letting it go both ways there. Questionable call. Guy kind of got dragged down on the play there, but the refs are holding off.
Oh, boy.
And what a beautiful goal.
Well, that goal attributed right there by a bouncing puck that made it over to the side, and Jake Poitras, a beautiful shot up over the shoulder of Alec Lindberg. You know, Lindberg in position, to make that save just a little bit deep, but in position. But it was just a puck off a skate that found its way to a stick of a red jersey. And Jacob Poitras, what a
great shot.
You can't put that in a tighter spot. And I don't fault Lindbergh at all for that goal. He was in a good spot.
Nope.
It's the same thing that happened with Brandon McKenzie, except Bedford not blocking as many shots, but it hits a foot out front of the net. You see the puck pop out, and that's tough for a goaltender to have to play an angle that they weren't prepared to play in the first place, and Memorial just taking advantage of that.
Well, 2-1 now, 7 minutes remaining in the second period. As we said, the action is going to be a little bit tighter as we get moving along in this game. I want to send a quick shout out to Mrs. Willie. Stevie, you know Mrs. Willie.
I love Mrs. Willie.
She's watching the game at home right now. She says hello. So, hi, Mr. and Mrs. Willie. Thanks for joining us. Their son played on your team for a long time. Colin, one of the captains, won a state championship with him, right? Or two? Did you win one or two?
Two.
Two?
The 2 in a row to be exact.
Two in a row, exactly.
The scary thing now is, like you've said before, 2-0 lead is the worst lead in hockey, and that's where Bedford was at. And now Memorial's back in it. They're a goal down. They have the momentum. The next goal is going to be probably the most important goal in this game besides the winning goal, in my mind, because Bedford scores, they kill the momentum again. Memorial scores, it's even, and they have all the momentum. They're rejuvenated. Their top lines aren't tired anymore, and this game could go a totally different way.
Big hit right there, Putney.
Huge these next couple of minutes.
Couldn't agree with you more. It's who responds first from this score right here.
Well, this 2-0 lead's a little bit different than what we saw the other night against St. Thomas, with a really late goal scored on a power play by St. Thomas to really just change the momentum. Here at midway point, still a 2-0 lead, change the momentum. All those things happen, but you know what? The Bulldogs still have time to come back and all those things that you're talking about. So, but an effective play. Memorials ties it up, takes a lead. It changes everything.
If I had to make another prediction right now, I'd still stick with my same prediction. I think Bedford's going to get a quick one. Not a quick one. Bedford's going to get one. Memorial will get one right at the end of the period. And it's just going to be a bloodbath in the third period, but I don't think anyone will get through.
Oh, Tempesta looking to make a pass. Just lost a bouncy puck right there. Trying to keep it in. Valancourt just turns it around, throws it back in the zone. Gamble on the puck. McKenzie making a play.
It's great to have confidence as a goaltender like that. There are very few times where I ever played a puck in a
Burgess
position
picking
like
up the
that.
loose puck, coming in on defender. Still remaining the puck on a stick. Big hit in the corner. Valancourt just outsizes him. It's going to be difficult for Burgess to win that battle.
Again, that's one of those spots where I'd like to see Bedford skate with that a bit more. I understand that line was very tired. They'd been out there against Memorial's top line, but with Cam Blaisdell up against the boards, he didn't have anybody on him, even though the defenseman looked like he was starting to pinch, and you have Tempesta coming up the middle of the ice. Now you can skate it, you make a pass, but now you don't have to ice it, and you don't let Memorial have fresh lines with a face-off in the zone.
Quick shot. Poitras again from the point, just high and wide. So Poitras capable of making that transition from forward to D and having a good game, a big goal. So we're going to see delayed offsides, waved off as everyone gets back on track here. Brett Fayu pulling the puck out of the skates of the defender from Memorial. Roberto in the corner, just battling, chipped out all the way down the ice.
Just happened to be in the wrong spot.
Waved off as it hit the defender.
I think Alec might have been a little confused on that play.
May have been. Stealing that puck, nicely played right there by Roberto, coming deep in the zone to help out his D partners.
Risky move, but it pays off for Bedford there with a toe drag, right in the slot.
Roberto with the puck, bringing it in deep, looking for someone out front, rags the puck around the net.
Oh, wow!
And it's in the back of the net!
Unbelievable play by Rio.
Well, we'll have to watch, Tommy, if you would. There's a little replay here. Tommy will have to watch that replay. I think it might have gone off a defender as he rims the puck around the side of the net. But a nice play. Roberto holding on that puck and bringing it to the back of the net. I think he was trying to make a pass. I'm not really sure, but
so did I. And I think Brandon McKenzie thought the same thing. Had he expected the shot, I think he would have gotten to that post. But you look at Brandon McKenzie. He's a little bit smaller than your typical varsity goaltender, and that means it's going to take that much longer, and he has to cover that much more space to get over to the other post, as opposed to a guy like Lindbergh, who's tall and lanky. And so on a wraparound play like that, Brandon McKenzie's at a disadvantage.
It did. It went off the defender.
It did go off the defender.
Went
Yeah.
off the defender.
So we're fortunate here. We have this live action, but The delay is about 45 seconds, so I asked Tommy to watch that, so he captured that. So off a defender as it goes on net, but you know what? Awarded with the goal, Jay Roberto.
But you know what? You brought up a good point, Stevie, about skating with the puck, and Bedford needed to do that. So he had a chance to pass, but he skated around the net and created an opportunity, and he knew exactly what he was doing.
You know, giving up the puck sometimes is important, but you really have to possess it, and possession is, you know, so vital in this game. And having the puck, so, you know, controlling it's really important. Asa is going to go to the box for it.
This is interesting.
That's
holding.
an interesting call. That was just...
that was, you wouldn't expect an iffy call like that in a game like this.
Well, again, it goes back to, you know, how do you referee the game, and it's really about scoring chances.
Yeah.
And Burgess was going to break free there, and he just kind of got tied up in each other's arms, but not giving him that scoring chance, you got to award the penalty there. So I hate to be neutral on that call, but I think that was the right call.
We just hope that they're consistent with their calls. That's all.
I think that's what we're hoping for, exactly.
What scares me is, again, that I'm going to be right. And it's going to end, this period's going to end up 3-2 after just another pressure-filled power play from Memorial.
I hope you're wrong, quite honestly. But so 3-1 lead here for the Bulldogs. 3:27 remains in the second period. Bulldogs shorthanded for another minute 50.
And again,
this power play from Memorial is a very good power play. It makes me a little nervous right now. So I think taking our chances and you know and going down a man is not a good idea. We've had some difficulty recently in games with defending the power play. So
you see again Marty Myers running with a very, very conservative power play.
Heads up, everybody. Heads up,
Ray.
So puck into the bench there, almost up into the stands. I know my mom and dad are down there watching the game, Stevie's grandparents and his mom. So you got to pay attention, everybody.
If we had a camera on the stands, you'd see that smart father happened to pick up his kid right out of the chair and was able to protect him. Unlike the replays that you'll see on ESPN of dads catching fly balls.
Exactly.
That guy, that man happened to be protecting his kid on that one. Smart play. So by the fan section.
Memorial down low with the puck, looking to create a play. Pelletier, Poitras, shot on net, off the post. Just trying to make something happen there.
And you know that's a really tight spot to be in as a goaltender, because with the way that the pads are contoured now, to kind of get forwards to think that they're mistaking your pad for the ice, or to try and get optimum mobility with your ankles, it's tough to get your pad to line up against the post, whether you're in a butterfly or standing up. And to have a guy throw a puck at a weird angle bouncing like that, it is much, much harder than it looks to seal off the post. I know my father has given me a lot of long talks about sealing up the post and giving up goals there, but
great
it's
save.
a lot harder than it looks.
Well, you know, right there, that's an important save right there, and I've said this a number of times, and in those long talks as well, it's really important to have your goaltender be the best penalty killer on the ice. And that particular play, you know, Alec Lindbergh not giving up that rebound, just swallowing that puck, it's really important to just stop the play, especially here in the second period, those long changes. It's very difficult for the guys to get off the ice.
I like what I'm seeing at Alec Lindbergh right now. It really shows you got a short memory, which is something he struggled with in the past. You know, good goaltender, but gets in his own head a lot. And to see him come back after just a beautiful goal, recognize he can't do anything about it, and come back and help his team make a couple of really important saves right there. You know, credit to him for coming up in the playoffs right now.
So what we got here is another face-off here to the left of Alec Lindbergh. Again, the Bulldogs are on our left in white, Memorial on our right in red. That puck chipped out of the zone off of the Memorial player, so we're going to get that in the neutral zone. Really nice, a really good face-off here opportunity for the Bulldogs to get that out of the offensive zone for Memorial. But Johnson, stolen at the blue line. Here comes Rio. Rio to quick shot wide right there. Griffin Gagne just shot wide. So Gagne back checking on the play, breaking out Pelletier with the puck.
Memorials looked flat in this power play.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot different about, they haven't been able to possess the puck in the zone on this power play. That was their thing before, is they made Bedford tired, and they wouldn't let Bedford get a change by getting it out of the zone, and they had their powerful line out there. And, you know, some of those guys are on the ice and some of them aren't.
Griffin Gagne stealing the puck. Rack just holding on to the puck on the boards. 3-on-1 play right now, and I think he's winning the battle. Here comes Gagne looking for a pass out front.
Tries to go for that wraparound. McKenzie the wiser this time.
Still with the puck. Gagne one more time. Quick shot. Deflected up off the netting. And
that should stay in the zone.
So that's going to stay in the zone here. Just to
great pressure.
To the left of the goaltender here. And we're going to get a change in lines. Another opportunity to throw another line out here and give their top line some rest.
You know, the difference maker for me right now between Bedford and Memorial is the reason Bedford scored all their goals is because they've had a bunch of scrums out front of the net. And you haven't seen that with Bedford. There's maybe been one or two, and Alec Limbert's come up huge, but there's been a lot for Memorial. And we've recognized that there could even be more than 3 goals right now had it not been for Brandon McKenzie or a couple defensemen making, knee pad saves. And that's the difference, is that Bedford's able to keep Memorial in the zone. They're able to pick up those rebounds off of blocked shots and saves from the goaltender. Memorial hasn't been able to do that. And that's why Bedford's been able to capitalize.
Well, Bryce Jacobs just absolutely just running around out there hitting anything that can move. Just buries Donato Tempesta behind the net. Physical player, very talented young player from Memorial.
I think Marty sent a good message to his team before the game.
I'm sure he did.
I think you're right. I'm sure he did. Griffin Gagne chips it out. Here comes Nate John on a break. 2-on-1 down the right side. Nate John looking for a pass. Shot on net. Brandon McKenzie well out of his crease to make that save. Gives him nothing to look at.
I guess, considering he hit him, right in the stomach, I think he might have been looking for a rebound or something like that. Nate John, big, physical kid, long reach, but now and again can't really handle the puck, I think, as well as he'd like to. And that was one of those situations where I kind of hoped he'd move for a pass to a sniper like Asa Palker.
Well, the defenseman picked up Asa. Really didn't give him a chance to pass that puck. He elected to shoot. I think it was the right choice, quite honestly. But sometimes passing is the right thing. Sometimes shooting is the right thing, and right there I thought shooting was. So time winding down the second. Bulldogs looking for an opportunity to get a shot off. A bad decision bringing that puck in front of the net right there. Valancourt bringing in 6 seconds.
Shoot!
Shot just wide. So time expires here in the second period. 3-1 Bulldogs. So 3-1 Bulldogs at the end of the second period. We saw really Memorial take over the second period for a period of time. Yeah. And then the Bulldogs just come down, a nice little play, get back, they get a goal. They tie, make it 2-1, and then the Bulldogs get that third goal, that difference maker at ending, as we enter the third period. Let's hear your reactions to the second period, what the coaches talked about maybe at the end of the first, how the teams both came out in the second, and how we're ending up here with the Bulldogs up 3-1. So I'll let you guys give us your thoughts.
Well, sustaining and being the aggressor, I think Marty had told his team that to not let up, keep good fundamental positional hockey, and not let Memorial get off, so to speak, and they've done that. 3 solid lines are constantly putting pressure on and taking Memorial out of the game, but again, the depth of Bedford is noticeable.
What are your thoughts, Steve?
I don't think Mark Putney's strategy is working anymore. He went exactly like I thought he was going to do. He read Bedford. He knew what he had to do, and he came out in that second period, and his team was on fire. They couldn't capitalize, and that, for me, just comes with Memorial being tired, like has been pointing out a lot. He relies, I think, a little too heavily on those second lines. I don't think he has a choice, but I think he relied too heavily on those second lines. They came out in the second period tired, weren't able to do what they had to do, and Bedford is just plugging away right now.
Great point.
Yeah, I agree. I think the difference here is you have some older players on Bedford, the seniors, right? There's core of 6 seniors that are here that played on a state championship team the year before. Whereas for Memorial, they might have only have 1 or 2 kids remaining from their state championship run from a few years back, or guys that actually played. They may have been on the team, but they didn't get that game action where these young men all played in that game and had some time on the ice. So it's a little bit of a difference. I think you're seeing some of the older players from the Bulldogs really step in and play the game that they need to play. Brett Silva, who scored his first career goal a couple weeks ago against Nashua South, and steps up in a big game, in a playoff game. I believe he was the goal scorer. We'll have to check the score sheet. But, here's the guy that we think that scored that goal. It's a really big goal. I mean, that's a senior showing up and playing a role for this team and really being a leader out there. So it's really good. It's also really good to see this third line from the Bulldogs with Gamble and Tempesta and Bayou Blaisdell, to really come out and chip in a couple goals.
Yep.
I said it last night. We're hosting the party last night. I said to a couple of parents that the difference in this game, granted it's only the end of the second period, and there's still another period to play. Yep. The difference will be that line.
Yeah.
Because if they score, I think that helps the team. They build confidence and they just roll. So
Third
period, what do you think these teams are talking about in the third period? What do you think Memorial? What is Coach Putney? Stevie, I'll put you in the head of Coach Putney. Tommy, I'll put you in the head of Marty Myers. Stevie, down 3-1, Coach Putney, what's he saying to his crowd there?
Coach Putney's going to the locker room and he's saying, guys, we've done this before. We've had our backs against the wall before, and we always come out in the third period and make some magic happen. This is not the first time that Memorial has been down more than one goal going into the third period. I'd like to harken back to the year they won the state championship, I believe. They were playing St. Thomas Aquinas at the JFK. They were down 3 goals in the third period, and they scored 3 and then scored again in overtime to win, to take them to the semifinals. It's not the first time that Memorial could pull something out of their hat in the third period, something unbelievable. And you have guys on this team who are talented. Andrew Putney, Nick Burgess, and these guys are seniors, and they don't have another opportunity to play again. They are going to put everything on the line. And I think Putney right now is calling on those guys in particular, again, to go out and to kind of make something happen. This is, you recognize you're down 2 goals and there's 15 minutes on the clock. If you don't do anything, the season's over. And you just kind of present them with that ultimatum, adapt or die, and that's where you're at.
All right, Tommy, what do you think?
I don't think Marty's going to say too much to his players except, good job. He's going to be short. Gentlemen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to keep on doing it. Skate hard, get to the puck first. He doesn't say too much except, great. We're in a lead, and we're going to keep the pressure on. So that's what I think he's going to say.
I agree with both of you. I think it's really
the one difference I think you're going to see in this period is Memorial's going to start taking shots. They've been trying to look for the perfect shot too much all game, and you saw it when they scored. They finally were able to get that perfect shot with Lindbergh out of position. Now they're just going to start shooting from anywhere, and they're going to try to catch him off guard and get rebounds because they haven't been doing that. And that's not normally their strategy because their guys get tired. They don't have the ability to get physical and pick up pucks out front all the time, but that's where they're at right now. I think that's going to be the change you'll see.
Well, I agree. I think we're going to see a really high energy, up tempo third period from both squads. So we're going to take a quick short break here, but we'll be right back. So again, thanks to Castle Hill Sports for providing us with this live stream, and we're going to be showing it probably at some point, I guess, on BCTV as well as at the Manchester channel as well. So thanks for everybody for joining us. We'll be back for third period action in a few moments. High above Sullivan Arena here at St. Anselm College, in between a couple periods of Bedford hockey game. I'm joined with Bill Jennings. Again, my name's Steve Tempesta. So, Bill, give us your name, your title. What are you doing over at BCTV so we know, so the viewers know what's going on over there?
Well, you already got my name.
I got that.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, Bill Jennings. I'm the station manager for Bedford Community Television, and Bedford Community Television is one of about 35 community television stations in the state of New Hampshire.
Okay.
And I want to give a shout out to the folks in Manchester because this broadcast is going over to Manchester and will start running on Monday, according to station manager Jason Cody, who's a good buddy of mine. And basically what we rely on are folks like Castle Hill Media and Mike Currier, who's just absolutely phenomenal. You can catch Mike behind the camera at all the basketball games, hockey games, wrestling, volleyball, you name it, he's there. And without a guy like Mike, he has his own company. He's also a volunteer for us. He does us a great service,
Absolutely.
Steve, by providing us a lot of the game footage, etc. We couldn't also do it without great guys like you and your son. And I just want to emphasize with the people at home that this is Steve and Steve's son are strictly volunteers. Tom's here. He's a volunteer. They have a love and a passion for the sport. And nice thing about it is you're keeping in connection and still connected with your son, and he's graduated.
Yeah, he's gone. And my younger boy's still on the ice, so I do get to watch him play, so that's good. But we're volunteers. I will tell you, I do get an occasional bag of popcorn from Mike, so that's kind of payment. I don't know if it's what we have to do with the IRS there. But.
Mike is always taking care of the guys that have worked with him with popcorn and a few other things. But
absolutely.
But one of the nice things that Mike has going on right now in a facility, like this, is that he's streaming out over the website, and he's got about 45 people watching it right now. We're trying to help him expand that. I think it's great that people have an opportunity to actually see it going live. We don't have any drops here for BCTV, but as this technology continues to evolve, we'll be investing in it. But to emphasize, anybody and anyone at no cost can come to Bedford Community Television as long as you're a resident of Bedford or you're part of a nonprofit organization that's here in Bedford, and you can use any and all of our equipment. Studio use is free. We train you on audio and video techniques, and we hope to get more people like Mike, because those are the guys that are humping the gear. You know, you and I in front of the camera right now.
This is easy.
Yeah, you just put it down and take it up. But we need more people like Mike. And again, I'd like to make a personal, another thank you to Mike in Castle Hill Media. That's Michael's company that he started. And Mike is a perfect example of a volunteer coming in and saying, geez, I think I'd like to do this. And he got involved with it with his local church, and then said, I think I want to take it to the next level. And look at our little boy has grown up. He's now got his own studio, and he's got his equipment. And my God, he looks like he's really a professional guy.
He's actually doing it pretty good. His wife is usually with him. I think she's still recovering. But, she usually gets some action down low, camera, video, whatever she has with her.
They're a team.
They're a great team. So I've actually caught a few action. I watched the unified basketball. I really don't know what that sport was. But Mike's bringing that to you live. I mean, how many opportunities you get to watch a unified basketball game? And it's a unique sport that the state of New Hampshire does. It's great. And anybody can go on there and, I'm going to go watch the boys basketball state championship. But he's bringing you every sport, not just hockey or football or basketball or baseball. He's bringing you every sport that's offered at Bedford High School, which is amazing to me.
You mentioned the Unified Sports Program, and again, it does not hit the airways without Mike's commitment and his passion. And we're not going to agree more. I know we're probably embarrassing him by gushing over him right now and all that sort of stuff, but that is a unique program that was started by the NHIAA just about a couple of years ago.
No, you're right. No,
which allows students not only in Bedford but a combination of students in surrounding areas that are challenged both physically and mentally, and I think it's special.
So let me ask you a question relative to programming over at BCTV. So this game is being streamed live.
Yep.
Mike's going to chop it into a YouTube video or however
make us look even better.
Whatever he does, right, to make us look better. Yeah. And then how is it going to get to BCTV? Tell us how the viewers can watch it. When's it going to be on? Where can I get it? And also maybe even in Manchester, if you know what your friend over there is doing.
Yep, absolutely. Basically what Michael does, he goes into his, we'll call it his chop shop. No, he's got this huge editing suite with all his machines down there, and he cuts it, and he floats it up on his website, so you can catch it on your YouTube website, right, Mike? And then he has an external hard drive, and he just brings the video files over to us, and we plug it into our server, and we program it. And that's a real good point you brought up, Steve. Channel 23 is the school district channel.
Okay.
So we have 3 channels, 16, 22, and 23. Channel 3 is the school district channel, and that's where you'll see this game. Okay. And it'll start probably running next week. Manchester, Jason, I'm not quite sure. We're a little bit different, but Manchester will get this up right away. They're going to get the video file from Michael, and we kind of swap things out. It's nice to have Bedford finally in Division I playing the Manchester school, so Michael's going to be tied up Wednesday covering a basketball game, but we're going to use Manchester to cover the semifinals in Manchester. So
I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that because I'm going to be out of town on Wednesday. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss the game live. So I wish I was here. I could catch it live. But,
well, I'll try and get you the video link from Manchester, and I'll send you the video link.
Awesome.
That'd be Manchester. Awesome. So come down to 10 Meeting House Road or call us at 472-8288. That's 472-8288. Or our website is, of course, www.bedfordtv.com. That's bedfordtv.com. We stream live. We also video on demand, so you can see this game anytime. You don't have to just watch it on TV. Video on demand. So they can hear those golden pipes of yours, Steve.
Well, we appreciate you taking that moment with us. I know the teams are coming back on the ice. I'll give a shout-out to our website. Well, Mike's getting his video up. So, you can check out our website for Bedford Hockey. It's bedfordhockey.com. Pretty simple. But there's a lot of activity on there. We put all the videos up, all the links, everything. So if we can, I'll have Eric, who's our website guy, that he runs our website. I'll make sure that he gets the BCTV link on there and how we can access the different channels and what time the games are on. So it's really great stuff.
It is, and I just want to compliment you again. Thank you so much for volunteering.
My pleasure.
And we need more people like you, not only BCTV, but look at you, Bedford Hockey and doing it all. So.
Well, we're doing a good job, so I appreciate it. Thanks for joining us for a few minutes,
Thank
Bill.
you very much for having me. I'll turn it back over to
my son and Tommy.
Analyst.
Absolutely. So,
Alrighty.
Well, that was exciting. Thank you guys for sticking with us in between periods. So the time's winding down in between periods as we're about to start the third period. My two co-hosts. Again, my name is Steve Tempesta. I'm joined by my son, Stevie Tempesta, former goalie for the Bedford Bulldogs, former #1, and Tommy Huther, a good friend of mine. So we're just up here as they just dropped the puck in the third period, and we'll see what happens here. Very exciting time here for both teams. Fresh ice, exciting. Here comes Nate John looking for a breakout. Controlling the puck, sending it in deep.
I don't think there is a single more eventful sport than third period playoff hockey.
I will agree with you.
It's to the point that Tommy was making before us, we were talking off camera, you cannot let Memorial score early in this period. And you got to expect the unexpected in playoff hockey. And it sounds very cliche, but it is I can't even explain it. Crazy things happen.
Well, one team
all the
takes
time.
more chances, as we were talking off camera. You're going to see Memorial take more chances. It's going to create a lot more opportunity for Bedford. Can they capitalize it?
I agree. That's the difference is what's going to happen. And the Bulldogs looking for a play here. It was going to be a delayed offsides, but here comes Burgess, 1-on-2. Asa Parker just lifts his stick, doesn't get a good chance right there.
And it's those type of crazy plays. You get a weird bounce, something opens up, and then a guy just does something beautiful with the puck, and it's in the back of the net in the blink of an eye. And it's a pleasure to watch playoff hockey.
Gendron blocked, shot. Nate John with a block, just laying
That one
out.
looked like it's going to hurt a little bit. Oh, table-topped over Alex Lindberg.
Chipped out off the glass. Asa Parker elects to come to the bench and change. We're going to get an icing call. I thought Asa was going to go long on that. So what we saw right there is the Bulldogs really just laying out in front of pucks, stopping everything they can, not allowing Memorial chances. So
my fear right now is you saw Memorial get tangled up there with Alex Lindberg, and if there's any two guys I don't want to be tangled up on Bedford right now, it's Brett Silva and Alec Lindberg. Yeah. Both because they can be very talented, and it's very easy to get inside their head, and they're assets to the team when they're out on the ice, and they're playing well. And you saw Lindberg right there kind of push the Memorial guy after the play, and then he's out of the net, and then all of a sudden, he's lost focus. And so it's one of those things where you got to make sure that doesn't really interfere with all the great things that he's been doing today.
Blaisdell out with the puck, chopped from behind. Stopped. Drew Connolly, not able to get it past Bryce Jacobs. Jacobs chipping it out, Tempesta.
Bedford's
Here comes Blaisdell with a chance. Oh, he had a shot, just did not get a good opportunity. Just tossing it to the net again. Stealing that puck, Tempesta looking for a teammate. Blaisdell with the puck.
Oh, no rebound again.
Oh, real nice play.
Brandon McKenzie has done a great job when he has the opportunity to just hold on to that puck. Cutting down rebounds is huge, especially in the third period for a team like Memorial where they're tired and you're trying to get them up ice. Being able to give them a break like that and not have to have them not only play defense but have them make a change or give them a second to rest, it's huge for a goaltender. And that's one of those little things where a goalie can make a huge contribution to the team up ice in the defensive zone.
Well, back to the point. Matt Musgrave down low. Rio out front, trying to pass to Roberto, just stopped. Roberto still has the puck, looking deep. Ops to wide. Rio up top, Alex Abad. Shot all the way through to the goaltender. Where they were before getting in front of all that shots, and now shots are getting through. That could spell disaster here for Memorial. Not that he can't stop them. It's just, you never know. A bounce is a bounce, and it can make its way to the net. That's just
what you're going to see from Bedford in this third period, like we've been seeing a little bit so far, is they're getting the puck deep and they're keeping it deep. What that allows them to do is, it makes sure the puck is 200 feet away from Alec Lindberg all the time. It's much harder to break the puck out, and when they do, you got guys behind it, and you can get weird shots from there.
Absolutely.
And while you're holding the puck behind the net and it's not in your defensive zone, that's less time you have to be in your defensive zone. And it takes a while to bring it,
beautiful
all the way
breakout
down.
Pass right there. Rio coming down the right wing. Shot.
Oh, wow!
Shoulder. Big
what a
shot
beauty!
Right here. That all started behind the net. The defenseman had the puck and was looking wide to Rio. It just says, I'm not going to pass it wide. Goes up to Veyu. Veyu, just a nice breakout pass at center ice, and it's a one-on-one. I don't think McKenzie really had a clean look at that as he used the defender as a shield.
I don't think he did.
I think what happened on that play is, to the point I was making to Tommy before, he tried to show the guy glove side, make him go over the net, and you saw how far he came out on that breakaway to challenge him. And I think what you saw is just Brandon McKenzie getting beat. He gave him a little too much glove side. To the point I was making before, he's not a huge kid.
Yep.
And it's hard for him if he's going to butterfly to get up that high to make a glove save. And he gave him that side, and it went right there.
He didn't see that puck cleanly.
He didn't see it?
He didn't see that puck cleanly.
Oh, my.
He
Tommy, our
Sometimes I'm wrong.
review guy, our little review
He
guy.
saw it
right
at the
there.
last second. It was too late for
Yeah,
him
It was
to
too
react.
late, yeah.
That'll happen too.
Well, that's a big difference right there. That goal makes it 4-1 Bulldogs. And, that's a tough hurdle right now. 3 goals, although, it's happened before. Memorial's done it before. Big hit by Griffin Gagne. We're going to see a slash into the box. It's going to go number 2, Brendan Johnson, taking umbrage on that big hit by Griffin Gagne. Just
I think it's important for Bedford just to keep the pressure on, not allow Memorial to break out, to do anything, and take advantage of any situation.
I agree. Well,
Now is the opportunity where, Memorial gets a goal, they get momentum. But, this is still, Memorial and Bedford should be treating it like a 0-0 game. And Bedford right now has the opportunity to just absolutely step on a team and end it for them. And they have to do that now. You don't have the opportunity to be nice in playoff hockey anymore. And that's something you see during the regular season with Marty. He doesn't
Roberto,
like to blow
quick
teams
shot,
out, but
rebound wide of the net. Here comes Veyu. Well, I couldn't agree more, Steve. Chances out in front, blocked, kept
Great
in at the
play,
blue
keep
line.
that in
Matt
his zone.
Giroux controlling the play of the Bulldogs right now. Really going to the half wall, getting shots from the wall. I like how they run this power play. Roberto, quick shot, save. McKenzie just tying that puck up. How they operate this power play, they pull it off to the wall, right where the hash marks are. So I call that the half wall, right, where the 2 hash marks are off a face-off.
Yep.
And they bring it there. And then from there, they dictate the play. It either goes back to the defenseman, he walks it to the blue line and takes a shot, or they go down low and they try to just cycle it and get shots. It's a nice little play for this line. And they have the speed and the flexibility and and the strength and the awareness to see what's going on. The other line, that's not how they run it. It's not how that operates. That line's a little bit different. Skilled, but just different.
You mentioned one thing, speed.
That's it.
Bedford has it.
Oh, quick shot. Matt Giroux trying to play that with his outside of
just
his
can't keep
blade.
that in.
Alex Abad down low, getting challenged by Putney.
Smart
play right there, Putney. Let him get to the puck and then challenged him and closed on him really quickly. And Jacobs was out in front of the net looking for a pass.
Abad's really got to move that puck. And, wow, tripped up there. No call, surprisingly. Again, they're letting it go, the referees
Oh,
here.
quick pass out
Just
front.
can't finish.
Couldn't see it. Brett Silva trying to make a play, and here comes Putney again. Just sent wide. Silva just buries Bryce Jacobs there at the red line. Griffin Curley battling below the line there with Griffin Gagne. Nate John coming to help out. Bulldogs with the puck, still on the power play for another 10 seconds. Silva at the blue line, holding it in. Asa Parker looking for a pass out of the box. Here we go. Nice pass. Indirect pass.
And Lindbergh will hold on that.
Oh, Asa Parker just absolutely destroys Bryce
Now,
Jacobs
that is a
after he
stupid play.
snows the goalie. We're going to see some penalties be doled out here
Yeah.
as Lindbergh ends up behind the net. Well,
That's one of those plays where, as a goaltender, you let it go. You know the guy's going to get called. That kid was going to get called before Asa ever touched him. Now, arguably the best player on Bedford's team has the opportunity to get kicked out of the game right now for a stupid penalty. A play that didn't need to happen because you knew that kid was going to get a penalty. And so you let him take the penalty, you go on the power play, and you score a goal and the game's over. Now, one of Memorial's average players puts Bedford's best player in the box.
I'm going to step in on that. He's not their average player. He is one of their former captains who had his captainship stripped. He's actually one of their top players. He's one of their top players just playing on their second line.
He's bleeding. He's bleeding pretty good right now.
And you know what? Now that
I don't know what
bleeding,
happened. He took a pretty good shot.
Now that he's bleeding, it is the obligation of the referees to either double penalize Asa Parker or kick him out of the game. And if he gets kicked out, That means he cannot play in the semifinal game.
Well, we're going to see. They're talking about it down here. Well, you know, that whole play started on a loose puck with an aggressive play with a young man who lost his head in Bryce Jacobs and goes down and opts to snow the goalie, right? That is just a play that is unnecessary, and it's going to get you in the penalty box. I've seen it happen. It happens all the time, and it's going to go. So Asa Parker comes down and just defending his goalie takes him out. I think what happened is he took him out a little bit high, knocks his helmet off, and it was an unnecessary, retaliation. I'm okay with the retaliation.
Correct.
I think
Not
the
like
unnecessary part of it changes the outcome of what they're going to call. They're talking about it. I wouldn't be surprised if they call both players, give them both 5 minutes, or perhaps they give the Memorial player a 2 minute and Asa Parker
Correct.
a 5 minute. I'm really not sure what the outcome's going to be. Maybe he gets a double minor. I don't know, but we'll see in a few moments. But
If it looks like they're sending Asa Parker to the locker room right now.
I think it's going to be a double minor. That's just my guess.
I'm not sure. Well, we got 9:19 left with Bulldogs up 4-1, bringing out some of the folks from St. Anselm's to scrape up the ice. Apparently, Bryce got knocked somewhere, and he's got a little bloody nose. I'm not sure exactly what happened, so they're bringing out the cleaning crew here just so they scrape up some of the blood from the ice, which not normal, not a common thing here in high school hockey, for sure. But
Although I've seen it. I have seen it
it
before.
does happen on occasion. So we're going to get a little conversation here between Captain Brett Veilleux and the referee. They're going to talk about what the call was and see what happened. So, well, as predicted here, we saw a 5-minute penalty posted on the scoreboard for the Bulldogs and Asa Parker. And from Memorial, Bryce Jacobs, a 2-minute penalty, which, quite honestly, is the right call. I think
I
that's all
agree
he
with
got. And I think both were the right call. I know this changes things a little bit.
What? Yeah, I was about to point out that this only does good for Memorial. They're taking Asa Parker off the ice for 5 minutes, and they killed all the momentum in this game. It was all cascading against Memorial for a long period of time there, and they shut everything down. And so they have the opportunity right now to come out, put in a quick goal. They have the momentum. They're going to have a power play for 3 minutes.
Well,
and there's time left.
Well, unfortunately here for the Bulldogs, that 5-minute major, they're on that penalty kill for 5 minutes.
Correct.
And they can score as many times as they want.
Right.
So that changes things. I mean, if it was a 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, different. You know, it's no big deal. It's 4-on-4. You go back to normal play. But with a 5-on-4 for 3 minutes after the first penalty is killed, 4-on-4, it changes things. That's a difficult penalty to defend. So they're not kicking him out of the game. They're keeping him in.
Thank God. What scares me now is this is going to be a 4-on-4. And if you take, now that Asa Parker's out, that means you got to take a younger kid to put on forward with, I'm assuming, Brett Veilleux. And then you have probably Andrew Putney and Burgess.
So Marty's speaking to the kids, and
Yep.
he's just telling them, he's calming them down and to clear their heads and not do anything stupid. I think that's important right now, to pull them aside and let them know, hey, we're in control of the game. Let's not give anything to them.
I agree, Tommy. I agree here. So we're still cleaning up cleanup crew here from St. Anselm's College out there, cleaning everything up, making sure it's all safe for all the players out there.
If I remember the rule correctly, if Eric does not have the ability to stop the Memorial player in the box from bleeding, he is not allowed to continue to play. This has happened before. There was a situation where
that's interesting.
Micah Hearn, my freshman year, got his chin cut, and they weren't sure if he was going to need stitches or not. If he needed stitches, because there wasn't a ton of time left in the game, he was not going to be allowed to continue to play because he would have continued to bleed.
Okay. Well,
and I think that just has to do with not only this player's safety, but the safety of all the other players on the ice,
absolutely.
and trying to make sure that he's not playing with an open wound or open injury.
Yeah, it's not. I think they've stopped the bleeding. They don't think it's an open wound, but looks like he's leaving the bench.
more than likely,
penalty
he's just
box
going to
here.
come over to the side with,
Right.
so they can talk to him on the bench over there. Eric's going to go over there. Eric, let's say, we should probably let everybody know who Eric is. Eric's the trainer from Bedford High School. It's a home team here, so he's here representing Bedford High School. So he's going to attend to the player from Memorial on their bench. Obviously, we don't want him near our bench because we don't want that.
What I don't understand about this situation is that you take a guy from Memorial that, is good, but he's injured, so you're taking care of him there, even though he does have a penalty. What that allows you to do is strategize with that kid on the bench while he's sitting the penalty.
Oh,
and it makes it so that he doesn't have to skate back from the box to the bench, which for Memorial would be cross ice.
Well, no, they have to put a player in the penalty box.
But
so
they can put any player they want.
any player they want, but he can't go on the ice.
Correct.
So I think what they may do is not attend to him on the bench. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to open the door to the left of the bench over there. There's a gentleman standing there, and you have him go out there where some of the students are, taking care of him and so on. But
and if I was Marty Myers, and that particular situation was not what was going on, I would ask the referee that be what happened. And the first thing is you need to worry about player safety, but you also have to make sure that there's not an unfair advantage kind of coming out of the situation.
Well, 9:19 remaining, as I mentioned earlier. 4-1 Bulldogs face off in the neutral zone as they award 2 penalties. As predicted, they're taking him to the side of the bench, off of the ice, so they can attend to him properly. So a different situation here. Last week they played St. Thomas. They were up 2-0 and ended up losing this game when they were down 5-on-3. They gave up a power play goal. This is really a critical time here for the Bulldogs, where they've really struggled killing off penalties. Mind you, they're 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, but it's that remaining 3 minutes of power play time that the Memorial team is going to have. So a neutral zone face-off wasted right there, as we're going to take this face-off into the offensive zone for Memorial. So a little bit of deflation here. The crowd, everything sort of deflated. It was a very exciting time. It's a very deflating moment here in the building. It's a different vibe in the building at the moment for the next 9 minutes.
And like I said before, that only goes to benefit Memorial, because it was all up against them for a while there, and they were able to calm everything down. And now they have the opportunity. You jump out, then they get the momentum. Their fans are loud. They almost steal the building back.
Well, we're going to see how the Bulldogs react after that big collision, big penalty. We're going to get another icing call just beyond the red line here. So only 30 seconds have elapsed in this 4-on-4. I keep saying power play. It feels like a power play, doesn't it? It just feels like a power play. Looks like
so what I think they're going to do is send the Memorial player back to the box and have him switch out for the other kid now.
Looks like you got a little butterfly Band-Aid or something on that.
I'm assuming that what Coach Putney's going to do is the second he's released from that penalty, they're going to send him right back out on the ice.
Again, he's one of their top players, so a very, very skillful offensive player. One of the former captain on this team, but. So here comes Pelletier, having a fantastic season this year, being just tied up there by Griffin Gagne.
Great pass.
Gendron with the puck, shot into the skates. Brett Silva makes a nice play. Fate. Behind the net, out front, off of.
Oh!
It just manages to get to the goaltender off a skate there of Valancourt. We're going to see a quick change in defensive core, get those guys back to the bench, a little bit of rest.
Marty's done a great job with the lines today. Just absolute great job. Keeping on top of it, keeping Memorial off balance, keeping them tired.
Absolutely. Alex Abad, nice little chip in, not reaching the goal line, which is exactly what you want to do. Try to just elapse as much time as possible. But they still have 38 seconds here on the 4-on-4. I think they could have been trying to be a little more offensive here instead of resting on their laurels. For the next 3 minutes, I agree that, that's what you want to do. But that 4-on-4, there could have been an offensive opportunity there. Griffin Gagne battling, losing the puck battle right there with Pelletier.
After Bedford's penalty has elapsed here and they'll be on the penalty kill, I think this is probably one of the only times in hockey where you'll want no stops. What you want is Bedford to keep the puck in Memorial zone, give them a ton of trouble breaking out. Don't let them hold the puck in the zone, but you don't want that time to stop, because if it does, you let Memorial set up and you let them rest. And in the third period against a team that is shallow, you can't have that.
Well, the power play goes down to Memorial as Bryce Jacobs enters the ice. Putney trying to take a shot. They're getting their full complement of 5 forwards out on the ice now. Nope, actually only 4. Jacob Gendron on the right side. Gendron with the puck, back to Jacobs. Jacobs holding on the puck. Over to Burgess, can't control it, and ice the length of the ice. A real nice play, effective play by Brett Silva. Anchoring the D right now, Brett Veilleux. And through the neutral zone, here comes Jacobs. Slapped away is Brett Veilleux. Gendron off to Poitras. Poitras with the puck, sends it in. Here comes Memorial. Valancourt, nicely played off the blast and out of the zone to the neutral zone. 2 minutes remains on this power play.
And this is what I'm talking about. This is what you want from Bedford. Strength up the middle and just icing the puck. You don't give Memorial the opportunity to set up. Again, like Memorial was doing to Bedford early in the first period. You give them space, but you don't give them time.
Nice play. Alex Abad just sending it back in. Far boards to the corner. Gendron controlling the play, unable to get it past. Shot just wide by Matt Musgrave. Langley, nope. Poitras, pardon me, I thought it was a 6. It's an 8.
Whose power play is this?
This is,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, you know what? I wouldn't get too ahead of ourselves. They still have a minute 22 left. So 5:36 remaining. Icing right there. Nice play. Ice the length of the ice right now. Still a short-handed Bulldogs. 1:10 remains. Bringing it out. Burgess, top scorer from Memorial. Very good player. Trying to go through. Nifty little play. Stopped by Matt Musgrave. And
Happened to hit his own player. Trying to hit one of the defensemen on that play.
I think we're going to see a little frustration here by Memorial. So,
and I just hope Bedford will keep their head if you do get some of those Memorial frustration plays, because the reason Bedford's been successful today is because they've used every single part of their team. And if you miss one of those pieces going into, whether it's BG or Salem in that next game, it's going to be hard to beat that team, missing somebody.
absolutely. So
let's hope Bedford holds on and holds their head as they do it.
And I don't know how many times this Memorial team's going to change their lines, but they keep running the same 5, 6, 7 guys out there. So offsides call, 15 seconds remain. An opportunity here to bring your guys out that you want to have on the ice when Asa Parker jumps on the ice. Maybe you want to put him back in the game immediately. I mean, he is your one of your stronger players. So we're going to get a timeout call by Memorial. This is a real nice coaching move by Coach Putney. Calls timeout, lets his guys get a little bit of rest. Boy, these boys from Memorial have been on the ice an awful lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's really running 7, 8 guys at this moment. He's really trimmed the bench on that side. So both teams coaching here. 15 seconds remains on this Memorial power play. 4:34. They need to come up with a miracle at this point to score 3 just to tie it.
Right.
And then, anything can happen after that. But 3 goals in 4:34, it can happen.
I was going to say, the worst part is
happen.
I've seen crazier things happen.
I think the Bulldogs, I think they just need to remain, and stay within their game plan and not deviate from that game plan. And I think that's what happened in the last game when they were up to a couple. They just lost their game plan a little bit, and just lost their focus. So
my one word of advice for Bedford right now would be, Memorial's going to push hard, and there's a 50-50 shot they'll get one quick. It's about keeping your head after that. When Memorial really turns, they throw the kitchen sink at you. Because if they get one, it's not a big deal. If they get 2, it's not a big deal. If they get 1, you can't let that get to you at all. And you just got to keep playing your game.
Here comes Brett Veilleux, chipping it in deep on the puck now. Jay Roberto pulling it out of the corner. Looking for a player. Veilleux cycling behind the net. Out front, Tempesta, quick shot. I'm not sure where he came from. I think he changed. I didn't see him on the ice.
I did not even see him get there.
Challenging the play the whole way down the ice. Bryce Jacobs just taking off the puck right there. I'm not sure where that puck went. I think it went into the pants of...
Great play by Andrew Putney on the board. Excuse me, not Andrew Putney. Burgess, I believe, on the boards there.
Gamble. Here comes...
No, it's a Memorial to keep that puck in the zone. Because their problem right now is not having possession in the zone, and that's pretty much the only thing they can ask for if they want to score.
Oh, a nice play in the neutral zone. Stealing that puck. Burgess behind there, still carrying the play.
Marty Myers looks like he's switching up a few lines himself out here.
Well, the D is really playing solid, not giving anybody chances.
And, that comes down to the stamina that I was talking about at the beginning of the game. Is you can push kids and adrenaline and the energy will get you there, but at the end of the day, if one team's been running 2 lines and the other one's been running 3, the team that's been running 2 is going to be tired, and they're not going to be able to push through. And what you saw there is Marty Myers throwing out his 3rd line, which has 2, very good defensive players in Donato Tempesta and Tyler Gamble, guys that can shut it down when they need to.
2-on-1.
And they were playing Memorial's first line.
Well, this is just it right here. The 3rd period, Marty Myers able to throw out that 3rd line with confidence and giving his guys a chance to rest. Even if it's only 45 seconds, it's plenty. You know what? Memorial doesn't have that. They have to send their first line back out. They have to send their second line back out. They don't have that ability to put that 3rd line on the ice with any type of confidence. And as it's been stated, that line has 2 goals today.
Yeah.
So, conversation with the captain, pretty much getting sent back to the box, but to the bench without any resolution. It looks like. Matt Musgrave leaving the blue line. Here comes Pelletier with a move. Big play, Matt Pelletier.
Thought he was able to
on
sneak
his
that
knees, trying to fire that just wide. Shot just wide. Pelletier, young man, having an unbelievable season. I think he's had a couple of games where he's had 4 or 5, 6 assists. I haven't read the newspaper, but that's out there with Burgess and Putney really helping that line. It's an effective line. Again, they're back on the ice here.
And the thing you see with Memorial is they're not getting deep at all. They're not fighting deep, and it's because they're tired. These guys, Putney, Burgess, and Pelletier have been out, honestly, at the end of the game, probably for 30 minutes.
Yeah. One thing that
absolutely.
Bedford has done,
for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing that Bedford has done really well on is when Memorial's in transition, the back checking by the forwards has been fantastic.
Absolutely. Good pickup on that, Tommy. It's but you know what? That comes from fresh legs.
Yeah.
They're blessed. Stevie will tell you they're blessed with a conditioning coach and Lara Ruth.
I'm not sure blessed is the right word.
She is torturous to those guys.
It's horrible, but it pays off.
And she's just an amazing woman too. But yeah, she's torturous to them.
And we do her workouts, and then Marty just drills us at practice, and then we skate.
So
and it's horrible. But
2 minutes left in this 3rd period, 4-1. Again, Memorial had a little momentum, and it was just taken away by the penalty kill of the Bulldogs. Jake Rio battling. Here comes Brett Vayu. Quick shot off a block shot in front, looking for the puck. Can't get it. Still loose, but able to cover it up. There's Brandon McKenzie. And again, here comes the first line of Memorial. Quick 30-second shifts.
You wonder if the seniors from Memorial are going to be able to pull anything crazy out right now. It's just one of those situations where you recognize, it's 11:59, and you got to make something happen.
Goalie change.
Here we go with the goalie
there will
change.
be a goalie
I
change.
think this is a real respectable thing right here. Brandon McKenzie, senior from Memorial, being replaced. Jared Broussard heading into the net. It was really a gesture by Coach Putney to say, hey, congratulations on your senior year. So congratulations to Brandon McKenzie. Great season. Had an unbelievable season. Not giving up, just paying a little homage to his senior player, which is very nice. Something that Putney, as you know, he's a thoughtful coach and really thinks these things through. So here comes the Bulldogs. Griffin Gagne. I'm going to say welcome to the game, Jared Broussard. Asa Parker, quick shot.
Oh, wow, nice save.
Very nice
by their
save.
senior goaltender.
Broussard, Jr. Quick shot, holding the post. Asa Parker couldn't get it past him. Nice play by Broussard. Parker looking for someone out front. Quick shot and through the legs. Nate John really just sealing the deal here. 51 seconds. Coach Myers is going to empty the bench. So a big goal right there, really just putting the cap on this game. 5-1 Bulldogs, 50 seconds remain. Battling now on the play, Jack McDonough.
You know, I hope
out
I
there
don't
with
speak
Jay
too
Roberto.
early, but it's
Jay
nice
Roberto.
to see these guys not trying to kill each other at the end of the game.
Exactly.
Here, because that is something that would happen in high school hockey.
It definitely can happen. Jack McDonough, Flanagan in the corner, challenging the play. Jacobs with a puck, just tossing it to the net, deflected wide. Again, they still have their first line out there, trying to really make anything happen at this point. Taking some liberties, Pelletier. 7 seconds remain. The Bulldogs are going to successfully navigate this this game and come out victorious and advance to a semifinal round. This is a big win for the Bulldogs.
It is.
You know, we'll talk about it at the end of the game as we wrap this game up, but this is a big game, a message sent to you know, the rest of Division I regarding the, you know, we're here to stay type of thing. Time winds down, final ticks of the clock, and the Bulldogs win a home game. It's really important for them to win a home game here. So we wrap up this game. The Bulldogs with a big win in the first round of the playoffs here, the quarterfinal round. They advance to a semifinal game, which if you want to know, it's Wednesday night at the JFK Arena in Manchester. They're going to play the winner of Salem versus Bishop Girton. That game's going to be later on tonight, about 8:40 in Salem. It's going to be a really good game. I may go to it, I may not. I don't think I'm going to go. I'm probably going to stick around. I have some things to do at home.
Yeah, I got some homework to do, maybe.
I got to drive Stevie back to college tomorrow, so I got to pack. I'm going on a trip.
Oh,
so
you're only stopping in Burlington.
So tell us what your thoughts are. Tommy, I'll start with you, and then Stevie. Tell us the thoughts at the end of the game here. 5-1 victory.
The tone was set early by Bedford, and Marty did a good job of preparing his players, and it showed. And with those four lines, with the depth, the speed, the skill, Memorial was overmatched, and it continued throughout the whole game. There were opportunities. The score is really not indicative, I think, of how much Bedford dominated the game. But again, Bedford did a good job. They responded well to a couple Memorial pushes, and I think you're going to see the same type of game from Bedford when they play, if they play BG or Salem.
I agree.
The tough thing with high school and college sports, is, especially in the playoffs, is when it gets time to the end of the game, it's your career is ending or someone on the other team's is. And that's what it is every game. It's do or die coming, especially for the seniors in the playoffs here. And you just see a little bit of a different atmosphere when you kind of compare those games to professional sports. It's a lot tougher because, you know, in professional sports you have a contract, you're getting paid to play, and high school hockey's not like that. Because, you know, as a senior on the guys from Memorial I've played with for a long time, it's tough because I love that Bedford's won a game and my hometown team has won a game, but, you know, I just had to watch my friend Andrew Putney step off the ice for last time. And so it's that mentality going into the game, knowing that you have to end it for somebody else to make sure you don't end it for yourself, and it adds a whole nother layer of urgency to the game.
Absolutely.
And watching high school playoff hockey is really something special. And so I think Bedford carrying this momentum into the next game, playing at the JFK rink, which is a little bit smaller. It's not necessarily regulation size.
It's not.
They're going to be able to take that physical game to whatever team they play, and that's going to benefit them.
Great point.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, you know, whether it's BG, I think BG brings a different dynamic because they're a very, very physical team. Mm-hmm. They bring a different dynamic to that game, but you can get to their goalie. Their goaltender is okay. He's okay. He's not Brandon McKenzie, that's for sure. Brandon McKenzie's a good goalie, and we just put 5 up on him.
Too.
So it's a matter of just getting shots on net there. As far as Salem, they are the best team.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. They gave us a good run for our money the day we played them, and they beat us pretty good. I would. They're the best team, and if you know, we fall to Salem, they're the best team. So we'll see what happens as far as that goes. But playing at the JFK is a different dynamic because you're right, Stevie. We played them away, and it was the Olympic rink.
That's a big
it's 200 by 100, and then you come over the JFK. It's 175 by 75. It's not the normal size arena.
Right.
This rink here is 185 by 85.
Yeah.
It's even smaller than this rink. So it changes the game.
And the thing about the JFK and rinks like this is, you know, Bedford is a fast team, but you only see that speed when they're able to be physical with another team and slow them down first.
Yep.
And so that's going to be huge for them.
Well, that's what Salem did to us.
Yeah.
So you get to, maybe neutralize their speed. They can neutralize ours. So I think it'll be just the same type of a battle. That Salem team is loaded with seniors, so they're an older team, a little bit more mature, mature hockey, as far as hockey goes. So we'll see how that
Not a lot of playoff
goes.
experience, though.
No, I agree.
Which
'Cause
is
last year
it's
they
going to
had
be weird.
Last year they should have won, or they were right there, and they didn't.
Correct.
So we'll see. That's a good point. But my take on this game is, again, we predicted wins. Both of us predicted wins. Tommy didn't get a prediction in. He missed the predictions.
Missed a prediction.
That's okay. But my thoughts in this game was that the Bulldogs were going to jump out on them early. I actually thought they were going to jump on them a little bit earlier. It just took them a little bit of time to get going. They finally scored a goal, and that was great. But they really took it to them this whole game. And again, Tommy, you know what? They owned this game.
Yeah.
There was a period of time in the second period where Memorial really took over, but only for a few periods of time, 5-6 minutes at a time.
They didn't capitalize.
And they didn't capitalize. So this is a big win for the Bulldogs program in general. Moving up to D1, now they're here to stay. They're going to be in this level for a long time. The younger kids behind them are going to continue this tradition of really playing very good hockey. So I'd like to see the Bulldogs go all the way. I mean, I'd love I'd love it just to watch, to experience my younger son to experience it as well. Maybe he's not ever going to get the opportunity to play in 3 state championships like Stevie has, but to just have that experience. But you got to get through Memorial first, and next week we'll get to play another game. So you can't get there until you play Wednesday. So Wednesday night is going to be a really fun and important game. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss it. Stevie's back at college, so I'm going to miss that game. Tommy, I don't know if you're going to make that game. Unfortunately, I'm going to be away on a business trip, so I won't be able to make it. But a couple things. Thanks to BCTV for joining me in between, and Mr. Jennings for hanging out with us for a few minutes, giving us a little rundown on their programming. So look for the programming of this game and many of the other games on BCTV, whether it's hockey or basketball or soccer, whatever they have running at this time of the year. Also to Castle Hill Sports and Mike Courier, thank you very much. And to the BCTV colleagues over at Manchester, they're going to be running this game as well. So thank you again. Thank you to Tommy Huther.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you to my son, Stevie Tempesta. And my name's Steve Tempesta. Thanks for joining us today. And we'll bring you the next game whenever it takes place.
Thank you, gentlemen.
That was